So in our country, the parliament consists of two houses. The two houses are known as Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha, and the House of the People, that is Lok Sabha. So the President of India also included in the parliament, even though he is not the member either of the house. All laws made in the house come into the force only after they receive the assent of the president. The Rajya Sabha has a special power. What is that? Any ordinary law that is passed by both houses. So if there is difference in between the consent with regard to this particular law, final decision is to be taken only with the consultation and joint session of the members in the houses sit together. So the Lok Sabha exercise more powers in money matters. Lok Sabha controls the Council of Ministers. So the political and permanent executive, there is a slight difference between these two terms. The political executive, they are elected by the people for a specific period. So they are the political leaders. Another category, that is the people who are appointed on a long term basis, they are called the permanent executive. So people working in civil service are called civil servants. They are the servants of the civilians of the country. Okay, so they are permanent. They remain in office even then the ruling party changes. So the political changes will not affect on the permanent executive. So these officers work under political executive and assist them and carrying day-to-day administrative activities, but final decision is mainly focused on the political executives. Another topic, that is the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. So there is no direct election to the Prime Minister. So the President appoints coalition parties. So they ask the President commands a majority in Lok Sabha and its leader as a Prime Minister. Sometimes there was in case no single party or alliance get a majority. Then the President appoints the person most likely to secure majority. That means the possibility, this particular person has the possibility to get this, secure this majority. So they are commanded to take up this office. So the Prime Minister does not have a fixed tenure and continue as long as he remains the leader of the majority party or the coalition. So now we discuss on the Council of Ministers and the Prime Minister. The President appoints other ministers with the advice of the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister is free to choose the ministers as long as they are the members of the Parliament. A person who is not the member of the Parliament also can be considered to be a minister. But this particular person has to be elected one of the houses of the Parliament within the 6 months of the appointment as a minister. So the Council of Ministers, different types and grades have to be given to the Council of Ministers. So this Council of Ministers is an official name of the body that includes all . So they are usually top level leaders of the ruling party, and the cabinet is inner ring of the council members, ministers. It is up to 25 ministers. Next to the cabinet ministers, that is the ministers of state with independent charge. There are certain ministers that they have the independent charge. So they usually in charge of smaller ministries. They participate in the cabinet meetings only when specially invited. So the cabinet ministry is an inner ring of the ministry, the council ministries. But the ministers of the state with independent charge, they are invited, specially invited when the meetings are held with when they are specially when they are needed. So the ministers of the state are the junior ministers. They are assigned to assist. They have the assistance work to the cabinet ministers and the ministers of the state. We discussed the prime minister's power. What are the major duties and power vested in prime minister? He is the chair of the cabinet, means the chairman of this particular cabinet and head of the government. Coordinate the work of different departments. That is a prime duty of the prime minister, to coordinate the work of different departments, and decisions and final in case disagreements arise between the departments. And he distribute and redistribute the work of the ministers. The power, he has the power to dismiss ministers, and when the prime minister quits, the entire ministry quits. So these are the important powers of the prime minister.